All right, what it is John Reacts, and we back. And today we reacting to, as you can see on the screen right here, as you can see, this lady said 30 bodies not a lot, stop it. All right? And we really not gonna dive too much into the 30 bodies. If you wanna know my opinion on it, I feel like once you get to a certain age, like when you younger, you be a little childish. So, body count like really matter, especially when you're younger, because when you're younger, you're not really supposed to be going too crazy. Despite what people may say, you're not supposed to be going too crazy. I feel like you should be focusing on, getting through your school so that you set up for the future. But in terms of body count, once you start getting older, it's really not too crazy. In my opinion, I think it does talk about the person's character. If your body count is really high, that just lets me know how easily people have access to you, how easily you give yourself up, how easily you're vulnerable to people. Because sex is a vulnerability thing, and even if you don't have emotions attached, you're still being vulnerable, but because you don't know what that other person could have, you don't know what type of spiritual things that you can get from that person, because I do believe in those things. I do believe sex is a spiritual thing. But even if you don't, in this real world, you can get diseases and things like that. Men, always protect yourself, wrap it up, handle business. And on the other end, you just don't want a lot of people to have access to you because, in my opinion, if you are a rare diamond, not a lot of people gonna have access to you. And we kings over here. Not everybody could fuck a king. That's just what it is. We not messing with peasants. You feel what I'm saying? Also, if they got 30 bodies and they clean and they happen to be the one and they happen to be good for you, I mean, a lot of the times once you start dating somebody, like the past is the past. Like, it's no need to go diving deep into that and getting your chest hurt and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Leave it where it be. You shouldn't ask about the body count, this, that, and the other. As long as they clean and they work for you, then you green ball. That's what it is. You feel me? Green release. But 30 bodies is wild. That's what 30 bodies is wild. That's like all I will say about myself is I'm in the single digits. So, and that's by choice. Don't get it twisted. You feel me? Don't get it twisted. I could be reckless, but I'm bougie when it comes to I'm not gonna drop that thing off like everybody else. You feel me? I don't believe just because I'm a guy, I don't believe it's different or none of that. Nah, you got to be special, my baby. You got to be special to get this treatment. I'm putting effort in. You feel me? Girls don't be putting in crazy effort. I mean, some do. You feel me? Some do, but you got to be special to get this treatment, to get my time. To get my presence, to have me really there. So 30 bodies, not a problem. What I really wanted to talk about. So when I seen this post, I'm in the comments, right? I'm looking through the comments, and I noticed that a lot of women saying, "Oh, it's not a problem for men to have a crazy amount of bodies." I knew this dude with a crazy amount of bodies, this, that, and the other. And I don't think a lot of people realize that the average man, like a normal dude, a normal Smo Joe, he work at the store up the street. You don't even know the nigga name. A random nigga who you don't know, he does not have a crazy amount of bodies. He's not going ballistic like you think he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people lie. Like, you know how they say, like, girls lie if it's a certain number multiplied by 3 and that's the real body count, this, that, and the other. People care. And if you think girls gonna lie about their body count and guys not, you don't think guys gonna boost, you're out of your mind. I didn't want to cuss there because we are about to put this on YouTube. I don't want to get demonetized and nothing like that. But you're out of your mind if you don't think guys lie and bolster. Like, guys will lie on their dick bad. It's just the truth. They say they going crazy in the cheeks, this, that, and the other. But when you look at the evidence, most women do not orgasm when they with a man. So somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. And I don't think it's the women. What do they have to gain by saying that they don't orgasm? What do they have to gain? You have to ask these questions. You have to ask these questions to yourself. Niggas not learning women's bodies. Like, niggas just trying to get theirs off. And it don't take no work to get yours off as a man. You could do that with your hand. We all know this. So who's lying? Who's telling the truth and who's lying, right? But I want to break down to the women how the dating market is inflated, and most of the men who are getting sex are not the average. Like, you got to have a lot of things going for you for like a large amount of women to lay down with you. If you have a large amount of women who are willing to lay down with you, number one, usually women can tell when you're favored by women. When you're favored by women, usually women can tell. You're usually somewhat attractive. You usually have a nice mouthpiece on you. You know, you usually have things going for yourself. You have money, this, that, and the other. They know the key indicators. A girl will tell you, "Oh, you too smooth," this, that, and the other. Like, they know game. They know a little game. They're just not good at game themselves. Like, if they trying to shoot at you, women aren't good. Women aren't good at game when they trying to shoot at you. It's just a lot of guys who are easy. That's the real truth. That's the real truth. So I need to break down why most men aren't getting as much play as women think. And I think it's a very damaging narrative, because women will think that all of these guys getting play, and it's like, I don't want to settle, when really you're not settling. He's just average, and you're average. Most of you are. Most people are average people. Most guys are average. Most girls are average, but girls want to reach for the best option they can get, and we don't blame you for that. I think men should reach for the best option they can get. In my opinion, be bougie. Take your time, because the time period that we're in, a woman will take all of your shit and go. In the court system, men do not win. You know what I'm saying? Be comfortable with yourself, be confident in yourself, and love yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you die, you're going to have to deal with that. If you go through depression or whatever you're going through, you're going to have to deal with that. Nobody else going to have to deal with that. The person who put you through it, they ain't got to deal with how you feeling. Handle your business. So we're going to use this small diagram right here to explain why most men do not get play. And this is very important. This is very important. This is average dudes right here. These are average men. The small group of people to my right are average men in high school. Now, when you're in high school, you don't see very much of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's a new time where you can see people on social media, which we'll get into that later. But you don't see much of the world. Your dating pool is usually the people in your city or the people at your high school, right? So these women, they're used to seeing these average guys on the right side, the small group of average guys. They're used to seeing that. And in this small pool of people, this very minute group of people, there are standouts. You know what I'm saying? There are the guys in high school who are exceptionally more attractive than the other dudes, right? So then life goes on, and either, you go into regular life or you go to college. And this is where things get a little bit more difficult, because all you're doing now is you're dropping these handful of average / maybe slightly above average men, because, you know what I'm saying? Once you start growing up and you get older, things change. People's perspective change. So what was attractive in high school may not be attractive now that you're in college or you're in the real world. Being attractive might have just been getting you by. You might have been the most attractive guy at your school, but now you in college and your money play a little factor, because she want to be taking on actual dates. The little high school stuff, you could get away with that. But now you in college, it's a little bit more responsibility. You got to handle extra things. You know what I'm saying? So you dropping this small pool of these guys on the right side. Over here, you dropping this small pool of people into this big crowd right here. This big crowd. So what will happen is these guys who were perceived as average are no longer average. They're no longer average to the regular woman. They no longer average. They below average. Now, they below average. When in actuality, they're still average. They're still average. You just got more above average people in this group, but it don't make the other people not average no more. You get what I'm saying? So now you could be a little bit picky. And instead of having 3 types of burgers, now you got 20 types of burgers. So whereas in the 3 types of burgers, you might have liked this brand the most out of the 3. But now that you got 20 options, it may not be your best option. You know what I'm saying? Which also spills over into if you got a high school relationship and y'all doing good, the chances of it working in college are slim because you might have been her best option out of those 3 burgers. But when she go into the real world and now she got 20 burgers, I don't know. You might be the third option now. That's how the game work. That's how the game work. And you can't be mad. But I understand. You got a little attached. Y'all done had the time together, but that doesn't mean anything because in this brain here, thoughts pop up in that brain, right? Thoughts pop up in that brain, and you process those thoughts and you think on them heavily. And when you think on them heavily, it might lead to actions. And you may regret those actions after you done did them. But in the moment, you're thinking, or this woman's thinking, I'm young, I shouldn't even be tied down. Like, yeah, he's a good person, but you know, mm, it's so many other people because now she's seeing him. Now she's seeing him right in front of her 2 eyes. She's seeing him. It's other people out here. It's other attractive men, and she's so young. And it's like she started questioning: should I be settling down? Like, all I really know is him. That's all I really know. But I could be getting treated better. I could be getting better dick and stick. I could be getting more money. I could be getting taken out on more dates. All of these things could be possible, but I will never know if I stay in my comfort zone with him. So now she started doing things. You know what I'm saying? All of these things are, and you got to keep in mind these people young. These people young. So all of this stuff stirring up in their head, and you don't know what's the right choice. You just making decisions and trying to learn from the decisions that you making. You might study an hour for a test and do good, or you might study for an hour and you might not do good at all. But you got to make one of those decisions on what you want to do in order to decide what's best going forward. And it's the same way throughout life. That's how it's always going to be. As you get experience, you kind of know what worked and you kind of don't. So when you in that early stage, don't take nothing personal. Learn from your mistakes. Do better. You know what I'm saying? So once they get dropped into this big pool of people, now where they was in high school and they might have got chose a little bit more, now they're not getting chose as much. You know what I'm saying? All of these average guys not getting chose as much because all of the girls seeing, oh, this the attractive dude now. This the dude who's doing good now. So who do they want? They want that dude who doing good because they want what's best for them. Respectfully so, they should. You know what I'm saying? They want these above average guys because that's what's gonna be best for them in the future. They want their kids to have the best man. You know what I'm saying? They looking out for themselves, and you should be looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just don't pan out in your. Sometimes it don't pan out. So you got all of these above average, average, and below average guys looking for the best woman, but the problem is she's looking for the best man, right? And the thing is, women ain't gonna settle. They might use you to be a friend. They might use you for whatever they want to use you for, but they not gonna settle. They want the best option. You get what I'm saying? So now they messing around with all of these guys who got options because they the top dog. They the top dog. So they got options and they got the same mindset as the girls now. They got the same mind. Why would I settle down with her? I could be experiencing something better. She might do something that the other girl can't do. So now they playing with these girls, right? And these girls getting done bad. These girls getting done bad. And the girls wondering, he attractive and this, that, and the other, and every girl want him, but like he's not worth the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the reason he's not worth the shit is because if we don't work out, I could go get another one. I'm the top dog. Like, that's just how it is. I don't think people think of it like that, but that's what's going on. I'm spitting game right now. Like, listen, get your notepads out. So now they treating these girls bad and they getting done bad, but they still have high expectations. Their expectations are still high because they can see. They might not experience it, but they can see it. It's all on the social media. It's everywhere. The fairy tale lifestyle. So now that's everyone's fantasy. They want the dream life. They want the best thing they could get. So they spend their whole life chasing that instead of finding somebody who's good for them. They want all of the extra stuff on the side. That's what they want, all of the glitz and the glamour on the side. See, everybody don't need diamond chains, but everybody wouldn't be opposed to having one. That's the that's the truth. Everyone wouldn't be opposed to having a diamond chain. It wouldn't hurt. But if you spend your whole life trying to get a diamond chain when you don't need a diamond chain, you might get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? You might get depressed because you work in a job that you don't like, but you want this diamond chain, and that's what happened in relationships. She dealing with a nigga. They not compatible. They might not like you. Might not like him, but he's that diamond chain that you want. You know what I'm saying? And now she get all broken, and she then came to you after she tired of dealing with that. Because people do get tired. People do get tired. You might work at that job trying to get that diamond chain, and you might sit there one day, and you might be going through some hard times and thinking, I don't need this damn diamond chain that bad. Ain't nothing like that diamond chain ain't doing too much for people. You know what I'm saying? They going through problems just like I'm going through problems, right? So then the girl will say, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know, even though they might enjoy the little toxicity and this, that, and the other, it get to a point where they like, it's not worth all of this. You know what I'm saying? I want to be happy. I'd rather be happy than to go through BS. And then they will, what they call, settle for somebody who may be a better match for them. But because they so used to chasing that diamond chain, and they want the glitz and the glamour still, and keep in mind, they still seeing this. They'll see something online, they see something cute, and they question, why I don't got that? Why I can't get that from my man? Why he not doing that? And now y'all having problems because even though she don't want the diamond chain, a counterfeit might not be so bad. But you gotta be that. You gotta look good. If you the counterfeit and you don't look like the real deal, then it's a problem. Because what happened in school when you got some Jordans that look good but they fake and people know that they fake, it caused problems. You gotta be a good enough counterfeit. And if you're not matching the status, if you're not hitting all of the points that's good enough, instead of her staying for the real diamond chain, like she'll go through BS for the real diamond chain, right? She'll go through real BS for the real diamond chain because it's real. You know, once you get it, yeah. Once you get it, yes, sir. We happy. We got the diamond chain. Yeah, we big dog. We like that. But if you don't get it, it hurt. It hurt. So what who the fuck about to go through some bullshit for some fake shit? What? She's not about to go through no bull. She not about to deal with no BS for no fake diamond chain. You might got one chance. So either you got to be on your P's and Q's, or she not gonna deal with it. That's what. So now you messed up because you feel like you doing your thing. You putting in the work, but because you're not the real diamond chain, you don't have the looks and all of the other stuff. Her temper, you know, her patience and all of that stuff is real slim. See, what he did, and she might have let it slide. But what you did, she can't let that slide. She can't let that slide. You feel me? So you're just in a bigger competition pool. And the point that I'm trying to make here is do not stress about this, man. Do not stress. You have to start learning to understand things and decompress, man. Don't get too involved in, you know, too head over heels over BS, because BS is inevitable in your life. You're going to go through trials and tribulations. Just like we talked about earlier. You're going to struggle here and there. When we was talking about the motivation, you're going to have those times where you in the bed 3 days. You're going to have those times where, you know, you just don't feel like doing nothing. You don't feel like handling business as usual. You know, them thoughts come into your head and it's just, you don't want to. That's how it is. But sometimes you got to get up and dust yourself off, because ain't nobody else going to pick you up. It's a cold world out here. Ain't nobody else going to pick you up. You grown. Like, once you grown, you grown. Ain't nobody going to pick you up. Oh, Lord. I'm tripping. Ain't nobody else going to pick you up. You know, you might have your mama, your daddy, this, that, and the other, but one day, guess what? They gonna be gone too. You gotta learn. You gotta learn to pick yourself up. Hold yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even if you fall, hold yourself tight, man. You all you gonna ever have to the day you die. You know for sure that you gonna have you. So hold yourself up. And even if you deal with some BS, shake back, man. Keep improving. Keep improving. Don't let it dwindle your improvement. Don't let it fold your improvement up. Keep working hard. Keep improving so that you could keep bumping up the ladder and be one of the colder niggas. That way, now you the real diamond chain one day. Now you the real diamond chain, and she'll deal with a little BS. Whereas like when you was younger and you was still building yourself, then you start getting aggravated. You start getting aggravated because it's like you feel like you're doing everything you need to do. You feel like you putting in that work to have a successful relationship. You invested in stuff. You get aggravated with constantly going through BS. But that don't mean give up. That don't mean settle down, lay down. Nah, that mean keep going harder. That mean keep going harder so you could be that real diamond chain. And then she gonna deal with some BS. She gonna have to walk. She gonna have to force herself to walk away and go get with a fake diamond chain. You want to be that guy, so keep working on yourself. Keep working on yourself. Keep going hard, man. Keep going hard. I had to spit the game, but 30 bodies is crazy. That's what 30 bodies is crazy. 30 bodies is crazy. Man, make sure y'all take care of y'all stuff. Make sure y'all stay safe. And I appreciate y'all watching the video and coming to the stream. If you don't know, we be streaming on twitch.tv/JohnVex, 2X's. It's going to pop up on the screen somewhere. But appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure you subscribe to the mob. Subscribe to join that mob because we lit over here and it's always good vibes.